Training marketers does little to help marketing to generate leads that are more acceptable to sales. And increasing how much you train your salespeople won't improve their ability to close. So why would you bother investing in training at all? In 2005, we published the first of our landmark reports into alignment. What we learned then has shaped much of the debate on the topic of alignment ever since. In 2014, we published the 2013 refresh of the landmark alignment research. What we learned about training, process, automation, structure, tactics, demand generation, measurement, and location is going to get the debate started all over again. In this blog, I'm going to focus on just one chapter from that report. Chapter 1, Investing in Training Lifts Performance and Alignment. I'll also show you how to get the whole report for free at the end of this video. On average, marketers enjoy a little over 3 days of marketing training every year, and they produce leads with a 24% probability of closing once those leads have been marked as marketing qualified leads, or MQLs. The probability of marketing's leads closing increases dramatically with additional marketing training. Starting at 21% for those marketers with 1 to 3 days of training each year, effectiveness peaks with between 8 and 10 days of training. Those marketers return the training investment by producing MQLs with an impressive 35% probability of closing. That's a 67% improvement. And if we measure closure rate from the point where sales has accepted the lead or an SQL and then gone on to offer a proposal, those closure rates actually climb steadily the more training we invest in our marketers, peaking at 60% for marketers who receive more than 10 days of training each year. But here's the twist. Training marketers does little to help those same marketers to generate leads that are more acceptable to sales. Lead acceptance rates are often considered a measure of marketing success, but it seems that increasing training and improving lead closure times does little to help improve marketing's ability to produce leads that sales will accept. Think about that. More marketing training teaches our marketers how to produce leads that are more likely to close. Yet, sales doesn't like marketing's leads any better. In another twist, increasing how much you train your salespeople won't improve their ability to close. Listen to that again, and you still won't believe it. Increasing how much you train your salespeople won't improve their ability to close. And we scratched our heads for a long while, but we think we now understand why this happens. In our 2004-05 study, we showed that well-aligned companies actually don't sweat their sales team on sales closure rates. Well-aligned organizations believe that a focus on closure produces 3 horrible behaviors. Number 1, it increases that feast and famine quarterly behavior where sales focuses on closing out each quarter and starts the new quarter with an empty cupboard. Number 2, it teaches salespeople to tell lies in your CRM. If a salesperson's closure rates are not where they need to be and they can't increase how many deals they close, they simply won't tell their boss how many proposals they've put out, and their ratios will soar, making it appear that every deal is closed. Voila. Number 3, it undoes the last 25 years of improvement to the science of selling. In 1988, Neil Rackham's selling taught us that focusing on closing questions actually reduces the chance of a close at all. Buyers just hate pushy salespeople. Now, sticking with our original 2004-05 research for a moment, the businesses we described above as well-aligned were actually also high performance in that they outstripped their industry sectors by an average of 5.4 points of growth. So for example, if the sector was growing at 10%, the well-aligned members of that sector were growing at 15.4%, which if you like is 54% faster, and they closed 35% more often. Focusing on sales closure rates was considered important by the poorly aligned businesses and considered unimportant by the well-aligned businesses, the high growth ones. So plainly put, focusing on closure actually reduces closure success. These well-aligned businesses wanted their salespeople to be good openers, not good closers. But these same companies who rejected closure rates as a focus for their salespeople did focus on closure as a measure of success for their marketers. So isn't that just plain weird? Well, we thought it was until we realized that marketing is not a single homogeneous group, but a series of campaigns. And now it starts to make sense. Do you want marketing to produce more leads from campaign A with a low proposed to close rate, or campaign B with a higher closure rate? Clearly, a business that's looking at the whole new business process rather than just sales or marketing as silos would want marketing to produce leads that don't waste the sales team's time. Now, back to our 2013 research. Salespeople enjoy an average of 4 days of training per year, just slightly ahead of their colleagues from marketing, who get 3 days. Increasing that sales training to as many as 7 days actually reduces closure rates, whether measured from the SQL stage or from the proposal stage. But a few important factors do improve as businesses invest more than 7 days in training for the sales team. First of all, MQL acceptance rates improve steadily, peaking at 50% for businesses who invest 8 days or more of training in their salespeople. Churn rates also reduce with more training. Increasing the training budget for both sales and marketing can also increase how much of your business comes from new logos, with a steady 29% improvement for sales and 26% for marketing as the training investment shifted from 2 days to 10 or more days. We've seen that the performance lift from training lurks in mysterious corners. In a moment or two, I'll show you how to get a full copy of the alignment report for free. But first, I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to share the conclusion. What do we actually train for? And secondly, I'm going to invite you to receive more blogs like this. Let's get to that conclusion first. You can use training to increase deal closure and to improve lead acceptance rates, but only if you look at the engine as a whole and you accept some rather odd logic. Firstly, train marketing to create leads with high closure rates. Secondly, train salespeople to accept and act on marketing's leads quickly. And thirdly, train them both to generate new business. Well, if you enjoyed this blog, then make sure you subscribed to get either our blog, Funnel Vision comes out twice a week, or our Funnel Vision Monthly, which is an editor's grab of the best articles from the previous month. Go to mathmarketing.com/blog and select one of those options now. You can also subscribe to the YouTube channel at the address above to get updates. Now, if you've already subscribed but you have a colleague who hasn't, then can I ask you to pass on those links to your colleague? In fact, why don't you do that now and then come back and I'll show you how to get a copy of this report for free. Okay, so here's how to get a copy of the alignment report for free. Go to mathmarketing.com/alignment. There we'll show you how to access the 2014 report or a webinar I did with the key conclusions, or both if you prefer. If you'd like to see how Math Marketing's B2B training, which we call Funnel Academy, would help you to lift the performance of your sales and marketing teams, why not speak to your funnel coach today? Contact details are available on the website. I'll show you how we build those aligned plans with a very buyer-centric view of things on another day. But for now, May your funnel be full and always flowing.